Hey, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews. Welcome back to NEBR, New England Beer Reviews. Otter Creek Black IPA from Middlebury, Vermont. Comes in with an alcohol by volume of 6.0% ABV. This is now a year-round beer. It's been a year-round beer for about a year or so. It used to be only a seasonal beer, and at that time it had a different name. It was called the Alpine Black IPA, but now it's out as the Black IPA. The recipe was popular enough that they make it available in some of their mixed packs, which you can buy throughout the year. So I've had this when it was still the Alpine, and I've had it since it switched over to Black IPA. I was checking out a couple of reviews from some of my friends who reviewed this a year or so ago. Greg's Beer Reviews did this one. So did Tasting with Dave. So I figured, hey, why not? I would do my own review of this beer, which for whatever reason I had not done it yet. So I'm going to take the Otter Creek brewing cap off, the OC cap that comes with pretty much all of their bottles, and we'll give it a pour and check it out officially here into an Otter Creek Oktoberfest glass, which I don't even know if they make this particular glass anymore. I've had it 5 or 6 years, but anyway, we'll give it a pour. Here it goes. Sounds good. I always like the sound of a good pour when it's got, seems like it's got a lot of depth to it when you're pouring it into the glass. Hard to define. There we go. Right up to the top. Okay, there's just a tad left, which I may be able to put in. I may not actually, because there's a lot of foam up top. So, just taking a look at the color here, I'd say it's a really, really dark brown color. Mainly brown, mahogany brown. I wouldn't call it black, because really when you hold it up to the light, you get mainly a very dark brown, and you get a pretty decent sized head. That may just simply be the way I poured it, getting that sort of tan colored, puffy, sort of soft, silky sort of head going on. Aroma wise, I'm getting more of the hop sensation up front, but you're also picking up a little bit of coffee as well, and those dark roasted malts, getting a hint of licorice as well. And even yeah, so that's mainly what I'm getting. But the hops it's an IPA, so the hops are going to be somewhat forward. They're not explosively forward. They're definitely a floral type of hop character. And I think it's done with 3 different types of hops they use to brew this one. So let's go for the taste. And again, getting a really interesting sort of dark and caramel malt, melted malt sort of feel with the taste. And there's a slight coffee note. It's not overwhelming, but it's definitely a note of coffee that is there and easy to define, easy to pick out. The body falls into, well, I'd say it's better than medium, that's for sure. It's definitely a medium body, almost a full body. Got good solid mouthfeel to it. That's one way to define it too. But again, you're getting the dark malty character at first, with a caramel feel and the slight coffee activity, and then you're getting a mild bitterness, a mild to moderate bitterness. Lingers briefly at the end. These malts come in, and then suddenly the hops come in quickly behind and sort of overtake the character of the beer. It sort of evolves from malted coffee to a nice hop finish, but not one of those really pungent, sometimes American IPA, super pungent hoppy finales like you might get in, like a Heady Topper or something that's really hopped up or something like that. And that's kind of the way I like my beers. I like the hops to be noticeable, but not explosive, not really in my face and taking over the entire character of the beer, even for an IPA. So, but this is a very nice beer. It's a very nice beer. It's one of Otter Creek's better beers that you can buy regularly. I'm not talking about the one-offs that they do, the seasonals or the special batches that they put out, but this is one of the beers you can buy pretty regularly from Otter Creek that is consistently good. And it's a black IPA, so you're getting kind of the best of both worlds. If you're a fan of dark beers, you're getting the dark malts and the dark characteristics, and then you're also, if you're a fan of hops, you're getting a good hop character, but not to the point where it's just really blowing up in your mouth. then a bit of licorice, a moderate bitterness, and it just, voila, you got a nice, well-rounded black IPA to savor for the day. So there was just a tad of this left because I filled up the heads, so let me pour the rest of it in there, and you can see a little bit of haze coming off that last pour. So maybe even a touch of, well, I'm not sure. It was a little more cloudy coming off that last pour, but anyway. So I give this high grades. It's a nice beer. It's a really nice beer from Otter Creek, one I've had before and one I'm happy to review today. This is the Otter Creek Black IPA. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.